Welcome to the Near Memo, a weekly conversation about search, social, and commerce. What happened, why it matters, and the implications for local. Welcome back, everybody, to the Near Memo with David, Mike, and me, Greg. And we're talking about search, social, and commerce with local at the center of all of that. This week, as always, we have a lot of interesting things to discuss. We're going to be talking about Shopify's new creator influencer marketplace. We're going to be talking about Google's helpful content update and whether it will be helpful, in fact, and also Google AI image, computer vision, AI image policing, and kind of controversial incident that was written up by the New York Times that Mike will talk about in some detail. But David, we want to start with you and Shopify. What did they do?
Yeah, they announced a marketplace for influencers and small businesses, well, largely small businesses who are on the Shopify platform, basically allowing their customers, their small business customers, to find influencers to promote their products in a pretty streamlined manner, at least based on the marketing language on their site. I have not installed the app itself on a Shopify client as of yet. This is a pretty recent article, but as I've mentioned on previous Near Memos, I work with a lot of small merchants as part of the Prosper Portland Mercatus program, who are by and large on Shopify, and I'm excited to try this out for one of them or many of them. The thing that I think it seems to me like such an obvious product, which I mean as a huge compliment to Shopify. Like, I'm just sort of surprised that it hasn't existed so far, because one of the things that especially newer merchants on Shopify are really looking for is an easy way. It's almost a one-click way to get their products out in a means that isn't super cost intensive. And it strikes me that there are so many just easy, frictionless applications of this for a lot of Shopify's customer base in terms of AI or machine learning behind, the kinds of products that a given influencer has previously promoted and how closely those match products in a given merchant's inventory. That seems like such a no-brainer. There are all kinds of potential location elements here. If an influencer's in whatever, Denver, Colorado, and the merchant's in Denver, Colorado, there's a natural overlap there. The thing that is very exciting to me is that there's a potential here anyway for sort of a one-click affiliate program where the influencer makes money based on the number of products that are sold through the Shopify store, which Shopify can facilitate without any mechanical implementation on the part of the merchant. So it just strikes me as something, it's like a perfect product market fit for Shopify's existing customer base. It's what I've heard time and again from these smaller merchants, is that they want an easy way to get their products out, especially on social media. It doesn't require them building their own massive following on social media. They're piggybacking on others. I just think it ticks so many boxes, and given Shopify's track record of executing these kinds of products, I'm pretty optimistic for its success. It seems like as easy as boosting a Facebook post. You could simply boost a product into the influencer marketplace on Shopify and start cashing the Stripe payments as they come in. So
I don't know exactly how it's going to work mechanically, but I wanted to sort of mention that TikTok has a creator marketplace, Snap has a creator marketplace, and Instagram introduced a creator marketplace. So there's a version of this model which is now becoming, I don't want to say common, but more established, and it's very interesting for all the reasons that you mentioned. And in my discussion with TikTok, this is something that you emphasized. What they were saying is that you're really looking to match yourself with somebody who's already talking about, an outdoor gear enthusiast or a beauty influencer. Although TikTok doesn't talk about influencers, they talk about creators. But it's a really interesting idea. It'll be interesting to see whether you get what your results are if you wind up doing that.
So in these two-sided marketplaces, are the marketplace providers generating a profit, significant profit from this, or is it strictly just to benefit users and creators?
Well, I mean, I think I can't speak to Shopify's motivation, but I think that it's an effort to engage creators, to funnel income to creators, and also to help would-be marketers on the platform so that you get kind of
Right. So in
continuous
Shopify's
use.
case, it's clear that they're helping their merchants. That might be enough motivation. But in,
Yeah.
say, TikTok's case or Instagram's case, is income a motivating factor for them? Or
Well, I mean, I
That's
think that
right.
everybody's kind of fighting for advertisers and engagement and attention, right? And so this is another thing that I think gives the businesses on these sites, marketing opportunities, advertising opportunities.
So you're saying
Um,
they are going to take a cut, 30% or
well,
whatever.
I don't know what the official business model
In
is.
Shopify's case, though, Mike, I mean, theoretically,
It's
the upside for them is more sales for their own customers. So I
Yeah,
kind
right.
of think
yeah,
this is where this is even more a great idea as opposed to the TikTok marketplace is that they've already built one side of the market, right? They already have all of the buyers
yeah.
and
They
they
don't
just
have
need
the
to
creators
attract
though.
creators. Right. And
Yeah,
so if all of a sudden a creator and creators are naturally spreading word of mouth, right? That's what they do. That's their business. And so if all of a sudden 10, 20, 30 high profile creators are like, hey, I just got a $20,000 check from Shopify. You guys should all go sign up over here. It strikes me that this has really, really strong potential to take off on
Right.
that side of the
Yeah, I can
marketplace.
see how Shopify's motivations would be different than TikTok's or
Yeah.
Instagram's in this
well,
context, and it might
I
be
should
more
also
sensible.
I should also mention that Walmart is exploring a version of this, and Amazon as well, right? So there's suddenly this, and I'm sure that YouTube has some sort of creator marketplace as well. Suddenly there's like a kind of proliferation of these things, and they're not going to all do equally well, but it'll be interesting to see. I mean, Shopify is kind of differentiated from the others because it's not a social media destination. That may be a
Right. Well, that's what I
challenge
was
for
going to
them.
say.
Yeah,
I was going to say, I think it's qualitatively different. It fits to me in the Walmart and Amazon bucket in
yeah,
terms of their the, the even if TikTok's creator marketplace is amazing, it requires a level of effort on the part of the merchant to go and do stuff, number one, and number two, it requires a certain level of marketing sophistication to understand audience targeting and understand, what a fair rate is for this and all of those kinds of slightly more complex questions. Now, if you have a full-time marketing person, that's theoretically their job. That's what they're really good at. But from Shopify's side of things, like again, the ability here, I assume, using machine learning to identify Shopify products that influencers have already promoted in their stream and to match existing products for new Shopify merchants, I think is really where this product has a chance. The collaborator product has a chance to shine. So.
yeah.
Thanks for joining David, Mike, and Greg. To stay on top of the latest developments in local, subscribe to our newsletter at nearmedia.co. We'll see you next week.